What is up, guys? I am back with another Christmas light video. So, about a week ago I posted a video which was basically just an overview of the setup of the Christmas lights that I have in the front yard of my house. Now, what I didn't go over in that video was how I have the power distributed to that entire setup. So that is what this video is going to be about. So this of course starts off in the garage with this timer. This is a different timer than I had here originally. Something was happening with that timer where it wasn't keeping time properly, so I put this one here. As you can see, it starts, or the lights turn on at 4:30, and then it turns off at 10:30. Now plugged into the side of it is that adapter that puts a two-pronged outlet into a outlet with the ground prong. Now usually I don't recommend using those, but since nothing is using the ground prong, it is okay for this setup. And plugged into that is this orange extension cord, which then runs all the way through the garage, all the way over here. And then it goes up this, right there to that. Now, you'll see this white extension cord going back down the same gutter, and then it goes over across the yard right to here where this tree is plugged in, and then on the other side of that is the other small tree. Now I did a full tour of this setup, so if you want to see that, click the card in the top right corner of the screen. Now plugged into the other side of the extension cord is this incandescent color net. This net goes all the way around this tree, but then plugged into the net right here is this strand of LEDs, and I believe it's this strand. Not entirely sure though. I don't remember how I set this up entirely, but it does look like, yeah. So this plug right here is this strand of LEDs, and this one is for this. This side goes all the way up the tree and over to the end here. There's just LEDs. And then this strand, and there's a second strand of LEDs that goes up that side. So there's only 3 incandescent things and the rest are LEDs. The 2 small trees are incandescent. This net is incandescent, as you can see. And maybe if the camera would focus. Come on now. Alright, whatever. You can see that they're incandescent though, but the rest of it is LEDs. I got these from Goodwill, I don't remember when, and these I've had since I lived at the old house, and those just go all the way up the tree, and this one just goes all the way to the end of the branch. And remember, the trees are on their own. This is kind of coming loose from the tree. I'm gonna have to restaple it, but this is the only thing that is incandescent on this daisy chain up here. Now this of course is not part of this system at all because it's motion. That's just running off a separate power source, so I'm not going to talk about that in this video at all. Now you'll see this cord right here going up on top of the roof. So I'm going to go up there and show you where that goes to. But before I do that, the icicle lights are all daisy chained, but that's the only thing on that daisy chain of lights, just the icicle lights. In case you guys were wondering, there is nothing set up in the backyard except the lights on this overhang. Half of them are gone now because they just died because they were China Pride. Hopefully I can find some C9s to put up here. That would be pretty cool. Now we're back up here on the roof. Don't think I've done a video up here in a while, other than the first one I did. Explaining how this extension cord situation is. But we're back up here anyway. Look at my shoes. Alright, anyway though. So this is the corner where that extension cord goes up to the roof. Right there. Then it goes over here. And this is just a big daisy chain of extension cords. I do have the outlets that are not being used taped off, so don't worry about that. This extension cord runs all the way over to here, where, as you can see, that is sealed off. If they can't, there we go. And there's another extension cord. That goes to right there. And then it eventually leads over to here. Now, the extension cord on the bottom, that one, that goes across the yard to the tree with the white lights and that small tree right there next to it. Now, that's the only thing that's fed off that long extension cord. There are some LEDs at the top of that tree now, but then plugged into that. Let me try to show this. So it goes right there on the rail, and then right about there they become LED. There's also LEDs in Santa, but the spiral trees, however, are incandescent. But I have not blown one fuse this whole time ever since I set this up. Originally, I had that long extension cord in the yard there attached right, there's an outlet right there on the icicle lights, and I blew 2 fuses. The first fuse blew I think right when it turned on at 4:30, and the second one blew right as I was coming over here to unplug it. So that was great. But since then, hasn't happened since, and everything seems happy. Nothing's burned down yet. So yeah. So I'll give you one last look around at this. And then here is Santa, the spiral trees. This is what I was trying to tell you about on the roof. This half is LED. It starts right here, and then all the way back to there is incandescent. And there's that tree right there. Now, I do have a little bit of competition. Let me go ahead and show you that really quick. This is it. This little solar-powered flashing thing of LEDs. They're actually flowers if you look close enough at it. A little flower. I'll show you that these are actually solar-powered. Hold on, let me turn the light on. So there's the strand right there. Here's the solar, and as you can see, the lights turn off. Now the lights are on, and now they're off. However, the people that are working on this house don't even live here yet, so this is okay. Hopefully they don't mind that I showed this. It's snowy now. Look at this, guys. Now, what is this here, about 5 inches of snow? It's a few days after I filmed the previous part of the video. I just never got around to filming the intro and outro until today, and it just happened to snow. Look at that. Little tree looks pretty cool with that snow on it. And surprisingly enough, none of the LEDs are failing in this. It's about like 5, maybe 4 degrees out here. It's pretty cold. Here's these little trees. And there's the rest of the tree. If you look in the yard right there, you can see it kind of has like a purplish hue. Instantly when I walked out here, it reminded me of what my black light does in my room. And if you look back there, you kind of can't see it on the camera, but you can kind of see it's purplish back there. You can see what the floodlight's doing here in the driveway. It would be more prominent if there was snow, but it is bright. Now, look at this. That's LEDs on Santa. I'm surprised those are actually working still. These LEDs are also working fine. And here are the spiral trees with their incandescent lights. They do look very nice. I still have to fix the star on this one, and that's okay. Icicle lights, all still good, except for the one back here, which was already broken. And then these incandescents, you can kind of see here in the snow. They're all doing okay. Not going to go up on the roof, because knowing me, I'd probably fall off. But you can see that there is snow up there on the roof. Now you can see the cord there. As you can see, it just goes right under the snow. Doesn't seem to have a problem. I'm glad I put the cap back over the end of the extension cord. They're not rated for outdoor, but it seems to be working okay. You can see my my breath But yeah, that is what snow does to the setup. Now, as I've said before, this is evenly distributed. Not too much is daisy chained to each other. The icicle lights are all on their own circuit. Well, not circuit really, but the icicle lights are all on their own plug right there in that thing. And then the brown cord, which goes up on the roof all the way over to the right here, powers the railing, Santa and the spiral trees, and that in the yard right there. And then this whole thing is on its own plug too. At the end of the extension cord, the tree, there's 3 outlets on the extension cord, so the trees, the small ones, are plugged into one of the outlets, daisy chained to each other, and the other outlet is being used by the rest of the tree, which is all LED except this net down here. Seriously, that kind of looked cool though. Alright, well, there you go. Alright guys, that is going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And until the next video, that is going to be it, and thank you for watching.